Thank you, Ricky. Next, please welcome Mr. Bill Jia, Vice President, Engineering Core ML, Borg, Spatial Flex Google Cloud to the stage.
Thank you, Ricky. Customers are choosing to work with Google for 3 reasons. First, Google Cloud offers an AI-optimized platform with leading price, performance, and precision, and everything you need to build and manage multi-agent systems. Our AI platform offers advanced infrastructure and databases, and world-class research, and leading models, and grounding for model responses with Google Quality Search. Vertex AI, a robust developer platform, including the broadest range of enterprise-ready tools, and to build AI agents and enable a multi-agent ecosystem. And also the most comprehensive portfolio of purposely built agents. And second, and Google Cloud offers an open multi-cloud platform that allows you to adopt AI agents while connecting them with your existing IT landscape, including databases, document stores, and enterprise applications that interoperating with agents from other providers. And you get most value faster from your AI investments. And third, and Google Cloud offers an enterprise-ready AI platform, building for interoperability, which enables you to adopt AI deeply, and while addressing evolving sovereignty, security, privacy, and regulatory requirements. And you can adopt AI while you protect your data and your IP, while maintaining compliance. Powering this offering is our advanced infrastructure core layer. And demand for AI compute for training and inference is growing at an unprecedented rate. For over 8 years, it has increased by over 10 times year over year, a factor of 100 million in just 8 years. And we're continuing to offer leading power efficiency, performance, networking for training and inference workload, starting with hardware. And next, we introduced our 7th generation of TPUs, M284 Ironwood. Ironwood TPUs are our largest and most powerful TPU pods to date, and more than 10x improvements from our most recent high-performance TPU, with over 9,000 chips per pod to meet the exponentially growing demand of the most demanding AI workloads. This delivers a staggering 42.5 exaflops of compute per pods. And just to give you a sense of the scale, the world's #1 supercomputer supports 1.7 exaflops, and Ironwood pods offers more than 24x that compute power. And our TPUs are truly built for the next generation of AI workloads, training and inference. And TPUs are incredible achievements, but they're just one piece of our overall infrastructure. After all, a chip is only as powerful as all the systems surrounds it. And our AI hypercomputer is a supercomputing system designed to simplify AI deployments, improve performance, and optimize costs. It supports the best hardware platforms and brings together a single unified software, a consumption model stack. This enables you to use hardware that best meets your needs and easily transition from one hardware generation to the next, very vital as we innovate so quickly and so fast. And we have enhanced our TPU platform as well with the availability of A4X and A4 virtual machines, powered by NVIDIA's GB200 and B200 Blackwell GPUs. We were the first cloud provider to offer both options at the same time. We're also pleased that Google Cloud will be among the first to offer NVIDIA's next generation Vera Rubin GPUs, which offers up to 15 exaflops of floating point 4 inference performance per rack. We also introduced Class Director, which enables you to deploy and manage a large number of accelerators as a single unit of compute to improve performance, efficiency, and resilience. And storage is, of course, very vital to reduce bottleneck for training and inference. And today, we are introducing new storage innovations. The first one is Hyperdisk Exapools, which offers the highest aggregate performance and capacity per AI cluster of any hyperscale. And annual cache keeps data close to your accelerators with up to 70% improvements in storage latency to reduce training time. And Rapid Storage, our first zonal object storage solution, which offers 5x lower latency for random reads and writes compared to the fastest comparable cloud alternative. And the software is how we orchestrate and simplify the access to this powerful hardware. And today, we're introducing 3 enhancements for our AI inference. The first one is we're introducing a new inference capabilities in Google's Kubernetes engines, which includes GenAI-aware scaling and load balancing features, which helps reduce serving costs by up to 30%, tail latency by up to 60%, and increase throughput by up to 40%. And second, we are introducing Pathway, and Google's own distributed ML runtime powering Gemini. Now, for the first time, will be available for Google Cloud customers, and developed by Google DeepMind and Core ML. And Pathways enables the state-of-the-art and multi-host inferencing for dynamic scaling with high performance at optimal cost. Now, you can scale out model serving to hundreds of accelerators for the best combination of both latency and performance. And third, we are bringing the VLM to TPUs. This allows customers who have optimized PyTorch with VLM for GPUs to easily and cost-efficiently run the workloads on TPUs, which is awesome, right? And all of the AI hypercomputer, hardware and software enhancements together enables us to deliver more intelligence or useful AI outputs at a consistently low price. This is one reason one Gemini 2.5 Flash powered by our AI hypercomputer to achieve 24x higher intelligence per dollar compared to GPT-4o, and also 5x higher than DeepSeek R1. And we're truly seeing tremendous momentum across our AI infrastructure portfolio, tripling the number of TPU and GPU hours consumed by our cloud customers over the past year alone. And we're seeing tremendous customer momentum with AI unicorns like Anthropic, Anyscale, and Arise, Contextual AI, and Manus, and enterprise like Air Wallets, Toyota. TSMC works with Google Cloud to deliver mission-critical infrastructures and deploy ML models and protects data for mission-critical workloads. And Google AI Cloud provides an optimized vertically integrated AI platform from infrastructure to frontier AI research to open software to open frameworks, powering the latest and most powerful AI training and inference workload. And all this could accelerate the cutting-edge AI model research and also to AI model production. And Mo will introduce you to our latest Gemini models and our agentic platform. And before that, let's hear directly from NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. Please.
Building advanced AI infrastructure is deep computer science. No company is better at every single layer of computing than Google and Google Cloud. Between NVIDIA and Google Cloud, this super partnership includes capabilities that covers literally every single layer and every single aspect of computing. Every industry, every company, every country wants to get their hands on AI. However, everything has to be fundamentally confidential and secure. And so we're announcing something utterly gigantic today. Google Distributed Cloud with Gemini and NVIDIA are going to bring state-of-the-art AI to the world's regulated industries and countries. Now, if you can't come to the cloud, Google Cloud will bring AI to you.
Thank you, Bill. Please welcome Mr. Mo Abdullah, Vice President, Customer Engineering, APAC, Google Cloud, to the stage.
Hello, everybody. Yes. Was that exciting? I know the volume was low, maybe you missed it, but AI on premises, NVIDIA and Google together. And did you just hear what Jensen said? There's nothing better than Google Cloud. We absolutely agree. Thank you, NVIDIA. It is absolutely an amazing partner to us and to our customers. And I really want to thank Bill, who spent quite an incredible time talking about AI hypercomputer. There is just so much to share and so little time. So bear with me as I go fast and share with you a little bit more about the second part of what we have, which is our research and AI models. So of course, about a year ago, we introduced Gemini. This was our first native multi-modality model. It allowed us to do everything from context windows of 2 million, we introduced that first, all the way to actually giving you live APIs for voice as well as video. It allowed us to give you things such as flash models, as Bill said, that are the best price performant, and give you things such as the ability to consume whole code repositories and so on very, very quickly. Now, Gemini has been a foundation that's really been capturing the imagination of many of our customers. And what you see in here, all the way from Box or Palo Alto, are just a sample of folks that have helped us develop and improve our Gemini model. Now, behind the model itself is not just a chatbot experience and or knowledge. There's been many built-for-purpose capabilities. Many of you have seen Imagen 3, our imaging capability, have experienced Chirp, the ability for you to do voice and use that into things such as car dashboards and or audio customer sort of service portals. And of course, Veo 2. Veo 2 in particular really was exciting for many folks. It did a few things such as the ability for us to generate video within minutes of it. It introduced things such as Synth ID that allows you to protect the confidentiality of your videos and distinguish what's real and what's not. It also allowed us to give creators unprecedented creative control, something that they give us a lot of feedback on. So that you can do editing tools, you can do presets, you can also do things such as complex prompting so that you can change the compositions of the camera. Exciting. And then also the model started to do exciting things like you give it the first shot, you give it the last shot, and it fills everything in between for you so that you can quickly iterate and test out a lot of your concepts and ideas. And then of course, last but not least, I came to learn, I'm not a video editor, it's this complex task of in-painting and out-painting, We're told by a lot of video creatives that this is something that takes many, many hours, and now the models can actually just do that very quickly. Now, who actually wants to think about what comes next? Because you're thinking all of this cool. Well, about 2 weeks ago, we introduced Veo 3. Even higher quality, much more amazing presets and controls, and far more powerful ability to simply put in a prompt of text and generate a full-fledged video. I know what you're all thinking. Wouldn't it be amazing to listen to a wise owl give us some conversations? Let's have a look.
They left behind a ball today. It bounced higher than I can jump.
Oh, what manner of magic is that?
Impressive, no? I wish I had this when I had my kid younger, because I don't have to do story time all from books. I can just write a little prompt, as simple as this, and get this video. This video that you just saw was simply created from us writing this text. Nothing more. Incredible. I think we need a clap, yes? Yeah, there we go. I'm excited. I hope you all are too. So now what we have is what we would consider the industry-leading generative media suite. It has everything from Imagine 4 that has been updated, Chirp 3 that also has been updated, Veo 3 that I just briefly introduced to you, and Luria, which actually allows you to do the same thing. From writing prompt, you can generate a full music experience. So it isn't just voice or so on, but you can actually do tuning, you can do pitch, you can do lyrics, melody, and so on and so forth, all through prompts. I really hope you all experience it, because a lot of movie studios in the world that we've been working with have been genuinely embracing this and unleashing their capability. Now, this is a view of the research models that we talked about. There is Gemini, there is Gemini modalities such as Imagine and so on and so forth. But there's much more to that that we would like to talk to you about, which is how do you access all of these capabilities? And that brings us to the next layer in our integrated stack, what we call Vertex AI. Vertex AI is a comprehensive platform. And it basically allows you to access all of that open software that Bill described. It allows you to access first-party and third-party models. And it allows you to interact with all of them in a way that helps you manage, deploy, change, tune, and so on and so forth, all of those capabilities, all in a singular experience that allows you to create all of those things. So for example, here you see within our Vertex AI platform all of the models that we described, whether it is Imagine or Gemini. But it also has very specific models that we've created, for example, for healthcare or science, or as Bill just shared with you, our thinking models, which is our next generation. You go in here and you find all of Google's models. You also get to see all of the popular third-party models. So you'll have Anthropic, Meta, Hugging Face, Mistral, et cetera, are all in here. And we work with a lot of our customers as well, by the way, who have their own models. For example, LG in Korea may have their own Exa1 model designed for a very specific work. We actually embed those into our model garden as well. Similarly, you, of course, have everything that is open source. Llama 3.2, anything that you need around DeepSeek. We saw a huge amount of usage of that when it came out. And by the way, it runs the fastest on our platform, and we were the first to get it out there. So we're very excited that people were able to access these open source models using Vertex AI platform. Now, I mentioned something about making it easier to manage. So it isn't just a library or a model garden for you to be able to access all of these models. It also allows you to see things like how my usage, where's the traffic, what's the pattern? When I'm using a new feature and launching it, which model is interfacing with which particular prompt or capability? Why is this important? Because it helps you manage your costs. Bill mentioned to you that we now have the industry's leading inference platform, meaning price performance. That's exactly how at Google we're able to actually deliver all of these capabilities at a price that is leading the whole world in the benchmarks, as well as, of course, from a price perspective. Well, all of those things are available to you as well. You can tune. You can decide as you're launching your applications how to manage those capabilities. Similarly, you have the ability to actually go and do tuning live. So for example, you get one model, you move to the next version, you want to understand that the quality is still the same, how does it alter, etc. All of that is built into Vertex AI. So with Vertex AI, you now have models, you have the ability to manage the models, and naturally, a lot of these models need to interact with data. So in this instance, you're able to talk to any data source, whether it's an Amazon S3, if you have some of your information in there, Alloy, Azure Cosmos, etc. You can similarly work with any database. So if it's an Oracle, Amazon, Mongo, etc., it's all available. And then similarly, you can get data from your enterprise systems. So this could be something like SAP or a ServiceNow. Now, models, ability to manage models, ability to integrate with data. And continuously what we're doing is also making it easy to bring the best of Google as an API call in the Vertex AI platform. Many people, for example, would love to use just like Google Maps APIs and integrate that into their, we are doing that. Similarly with YouTube and other things. All of this in a single platform. Now let's hear from Deutsche Bank about how they've leveraged Vertex AI to drive some of their innovations.
For over 150 years, our clients have looked to Deutsche Bank to support their lasting success and financial security. And they need us, now more than ever, as advisor and risk manager in a world marked by uncertainty and shifting geopolitics. Technology plays a key role. Our partnership with Google Cloud enables us to take advantage of the latest tools. DB Lumina is our AI-powered research agent, built on Gemini and Vertex AI. It maintains data privacy and improves our productivity, while operating in one of the most regulated industries, where trust is built in years and lost in seconds.
A tool like DB Lumina allows us to be ahead of our competitors and provide faster, more accurate analysis of data. Recently, there was a big report in the markets, which was 400 pages. We put it into DB Lumina and gave it some prompts, and within seconds it gave us a 3-page summary. We were able to give that to traders and our clients to help them process that information.
Through our partnership with Google Cloud, we have seen a real breakthrough. And this is just the beginning. We see a future where generative AI is integrated into basically every process we run, making our employees' life easier while meeting the changing expectations of our clients.
It's really, really exciting to hear from customers like Deutsche Bank, because this is a real exemplification of moving from pilot to production very quickly. And what Christian and Deutsche Bank actually said is something important. Regulated industry where you have to have security and privacy. And that's exactly what we've built into the platform. He also mentioned that we want to automate a lot of the workflows and processes, create productivity and better reach for our customers. And this is where the next part that comes in. This is where we're going to focus for the next few minutes. My most exciting part of today's presentation is around agents. They are absolutely taking the industry by storm. They're the next tier and frontier of AI. And they've been here actually for some time. Now, when you think about an agent, the definition that we use around an agent is that it's a service that talks to AI models and or data and different sources through that particular integration. And it goes and achieves a particular goal that you have given it, understanding the context in which it's operating on that particular goal. And sometimes it can be done supervised, and in other ways it can be done autonomous, as long as this data is done and grounded in truth. That's the premise that we use with regards to what an agent is. Now, to build agents and or manage agents, you have to think of them as more holistically. Almost everybody, if I put a raise of hands, say, how many of you have built agents, will probably say, I've done them. But building an agent isn't really the full picture. You absolutely need to do it and manage it. But think about how agents will interact with each other in the future. They are part of a multi-agent system for you to complete a workflow. That's the difference between completing a singular task and thinking about a full process and a workflow. So multi-agent systems have to think about how they exchange information. How do they prompt each other? How do they respond to the data that's provided to each other? The second part is around scaling. So scaling is an interesting concept because you can build an agent, but if nobody uses it, then it's not really scaled. Well, scaling requires us to do things like governance. How do you put it in a catalog? How do you make it available to your partners and ecosystem in a secure way? And then lastly, accelerating deployment, which really means you don't want to go and invent the same agent 6 times. There are 6 ways to actually go and do this particular task. So scaling allows you to take agents out of the box from providers and then ones that you can build. This is exactly why we introduced the Agent Development Kit. The Agent Development Kit is that mechanism that allows us to do agent-to-agent talking. So the idea is that you give it an instruction, the instruction interacts with a lot of tools, the tools interface with these models, and from this requirement, you get a proposal for the agent to go and act and behave on the workflow. Similarly, to interact, the agent doesn't just interact with another agent, the agent also interacts with data. And this is where we've introduced a lot of the agent-to-agent protocol itself. From it, you have local agents talking agent to agent, and then the Vertex platform talks to data and tools using MCP, which is essentially the TCP/IP world of data. Now, I mentioned acceleration. Well, that happens when many partners actually embrace A2A as well as the development kit. And I'm very proud to share that many, many partners have enlisted. More recently, we've had Microsoft join in and many others who have actually added thousands of these agents out of the box into our platform. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Mo, you have exceeded your allocated time of talking. You're talking too much. And it's early in the morning, so can you actually show me something real behind this? And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Thank you, Mo. So who here deals with a constant stream of requests for prototypes? It's exciting, but let's be honest, it can get a little overwhelming. The endless back and forth, the tweaks, can we just try this? I love creating, but the sheer volume was starting to impact how quickly I could turn things around. I am Sarah, leading the prototyping team for APAC, and I am so excited to be here at the Hong Kong Summit. Introducing my new secret weapon, Codesmith Agent. Let's see what it is. Over to you, Mo.
Thank you. So actually, I didn't tell you what I do for a living. What I do for a living is I am the most fortunate man to lead a team of amazing engineers, field engineers who work with customers every day. Thousands of customers. And one of the challenges myself and my team have is how do we actually service all the customer demand that we're having? A typical part of what we do is to go and prototype. And typically in a prototyping team, Sarah, by the way, who's not this person, but really does exist in my team, and her name is Ashmita, actually have to go and work with any one of you to go build a prototype. Typically, there's a product manager that takes a document, understands what you're trying to build. There's a software engineer that builds. There's a tester. There's somebody that actually provisions a lot of these environments. Well, so far, we've only been able to service 25% of the requests that we got. So how can I help my team achieve more productivity and scale using agents? Let me show you. Sarah mentioned Codesmith. Well, this is Codesmith. This is an agent platform that we have built. It's going to assume the roles that you just saw prior to it. Just like I said, a customer sent us an email or a product requirement design and suggested that we can go and build a prototype. The first step I'm going to do is go and load this particular PRD, the design document. Now that I received it, I'm going to prompt our Codesmith and say, received a PRD, please help me create a prototype, actually the system design maybe, we'll do that, and a feasibility study. So now Sarah, who is typically the product leader or manager, is actually analyzing this PRD. By the way, this is live and it's talking to the model. Now it's given me what it's seen in this document. What it tells me is that it looks like Skyhopper is what we've put in. It's a game. This game has a player control, some kind of obstacle in a collision. It has some kind of a stack that requires us to do, use Unity as an engine, allows us to create some UI and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go, that sounds good. Go ahead and approve and generate the code. For the purposes of time, I actually asked the multi-agent system to coordinate itself. I'm not doing this step by step. So Sarah, the product leader, went ahead, did the design. She's now going to give it to Alex, who is our code developer. Alex is actually now generating the code. Once Alex is finished generating the code, it's going to get passed on. And of course, I'm not the first person who wants to go ahead and do a lot of this testing. It will pass it to Ting. Ting will provision the code, deploy it on Google Cloud. Once the assets are deployed and they're ready, then we will move on from code to deployment to test, which is exactly what you would expect. So in here, it says to me that I am going to go ahead. I've generated it. I'm going to say it looks good. So this comes in. It's committed. Ting, the DevOps, has went ahead and put it in there. Thank you for bearing with me because this is all live. Work helps us here with time, whether it takes that on. Good, look, test execution has completed. And then there were some test fixes, failures detected, fixes applied. Thank God, our tester is doing a good job and not just embarrassing me on stage, because that's an agent. And now it says this is ready for you to test. Okay, we're going to now test Skyhopper the game. So I'm going to click here. From the PRD, we generated the app. It's now loading it, of course, and here's Skyhopper. Okay, for all of you out there, please know this game is not for beginners. It's an advanced game. You might miss it. It's very hard for some people like me that have not had a chance to actually play games for a while, but it is an obstacle. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to start the game. Okay, I need some help here. Oh, failed. Should we try one more time? Yeah, one more time? Yeah, okay, I need some cheering, Yeah. All right, let's see if I can get more than 0. 2. Are we gonna do a high score today? Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe the game goes for how many levels? Look at this. My son will be proud of me. I can click a space. Okay. So, of course, this game looks amazing. We like it, yes? So now, simply there, we're going to go ahead, say it looks good. And what we're going to see in here is basically asking me, shall I go ahead and generate all the assets and package them? And I'm going to say yes. And this allows me to ship it to the customer, where they actually can see this little application I built. And of course, in real life, it's not a game. It could be a customer coming in and asking, hey, can you show me how a data agent works with my backend data and so on, and the coder and so on will build all of that. So here it is. It's created all of the assets that you expect. It's generated it. It talks about the code and everything. And that's the agent platform in action. Thank you. Let me show you the next part. Thank you. We will make these slides available so you'll see the components, but basically the coder, tester, DevOps engineer created this simple architecture that is right behind us. What I think is really exciting about it is that the agent platform gives you agents out of the box, gives you the ability to connect to data sources. It gives you the ability to work with first, third party, create your own agent and manage it. But it also gives you Google's out-of-the-box capabilities, for example, such as search. So you don't have to go and invent your own search agent. There is one pre-built for you that you simply activate, and it will search all of your enterprise data. So with that, I would love to be able to close us off by reflecting on what Bill and I shared. Today, we're very proud and honored to be in a position where we can offer the industry's best infrastructure platform, open, interchangeable, interoperable, secure. It's designed for training and the industry best at inference costs. We have the privilege of having Google DeepMind that's innovating at a pace that we can barely cope with, generating models all the time that are making it simpler for the creatives, for enterprises to create innovative experiences for their customers. We've simplified the lifecycle of the Vertex AI platform so that you can do all of these things without having to manage them disparately. And we've introduced the ability to actually take this to the next level where you impact direct business with the agent platform. That's exactly why when Ricky said that we're growing at 40x in terms of Vertex AI, that we have 200 plus foundational models that come from industry players and from enterprises, and that we have 4 million developers and growing very, very fast using Gemini, it's a testament to all of that. But again, I saw how all of you were super excited when I showed you things, so why don't we go ahead and see a little bit more, and let me introduce to the stage my amazing colleague, Kim. Thank you.
Thank you, Mo. Next, please welcome Mr. Tzi-Kin Yan, AI ML Specialist Solutions Architect, Google Cloud, to the stage.
Thank you, Mo. Hi, everybody. Good morning. This is Kin. In the next couple of minutes, I will put off my Googler's hat, and I will become a relationship manager in a bank. And let me show you how Google Agent Space works. Are you ready? I think so, right? Yeah. Thanks. Well, this is the landing page of Google Agent Space. And you see my name is here, and tools and agents I use every day are also here, right? And let's start exploring Agent Space here, the agent gallery, okay? See, there are a bunch of agents here, from deep research agent to ideas generation agent that I use every day. These agents were made by Google and comes with Agent Space, okay? And my bank, my company, also made some AI agents and made them available to me. For example, cash flow agent here, the client analytics agents here, and so on. And the best part of Google Agent Space is that I can create my own AI agent by myself, okay? By just clicking the blue button at the top right-hand corner, which is the Create Agent button, and then I fill a form to complete. But the easiest way for me to create an AI agent is through a new conversation. Okay, let me show you how here. Okay, every single day I start my work by studying my clients, their news, and their industry trends, as well as doing some client portfolio analytics and identify some risks and opportunities for our company, okay? So let me start here. Run an analysis of my client portfolio and identify risks and opportunities. Go ahead. And while it is generating the answer, the analysis, I would like to tell you that you see here, the whole analysis is based on internal data that I have permission to access, and data from external, from the web, from Google search results, okay? And let's take a look here. Google Agent Space doesn't just make up a summary, but also run an analysis that, like, flagging out my top client here, Acme, they may have potential cash flow issue, okay? If I have questions, then I can just click this button to read about the citation, okay? So that I know how the whole paragraph or the sentence, where they come from, okay? And if I want more control, I can just click this button, the sources button here, to refine my source list, okay? For example, if I want the whole analysis just based on enterprise internal data that I have permission to access, then I can just turn off the Google search result here, okay? But back to our original purpose of coming here. So let me create an agent here. But let me take a step back here. You see, Google Agent Space provides a few suggest follow-up to me, and which consists of Create Agent button. Okay, so I just need to click this trip to create an agent through a conversation. And you see, Agent Space come up agent creation plan here, which consists portfolio activity review, news search, and summary here. And it looks all good, right? But I want more. I want to add an audio summary and send that to my inbox, okay? So I can listen to the podcast like audio summary during my commute time to office. So go ahead, okay. And after a while, Agent Space will revise and update the agent creation plan here. Let's take a look here. The point 6 and point 7, the point summarized with audio and email to my inbox, which doesn't exist in the original plan, right? The point 6 and point 7. And this time, I just need to click confirm to finish the agent creation, okay? But back to my job here, the thing that Acme, my top client, might have cash flow issues. So I'm going to deep dive whether this is a company-specific issue to my top client, or there are some risks that might affect or impacting their whole industry. So I'm going to deep dive again. Agent Space comes up with the deep dive button here, so I can try. And well, the Agent Space called out the deep research agent here, which will conduct a holistic analysis here for the whole industry. And again, it comes out a research plan with suggest sessions here. And of course, I can edit the plan here by just clicking this button to add or remove sessions, okay? But this time, it looks all good to me. So I just need to click the Start Research button. And normally, it takes a few minutes to complete the whole study, the whole research. But this time, we have cached the output, so it will come out instantly. And let's look here. Let's take a look here. The deep research agent did generate a bunch of questions here for it to study. And again, all the study will be based on the enterprise internal data that I have permission to access and the results from Google search. And after a while, I get the comprehensive overview as well as the sessions that created in the research plan, okay? And see, citations everywhere, and finally I get the executive summary, okay? And also it highlights there may be some risks that affecting their industry, like from labor shortage to cost issue to supply chain issue and so on. So the next thing is that I have to take a look whether these risks may impact my top client, Acme. So this time I would like to call out cash flow agent, okay, to calculate their cash flow and liquidity in the next few months. So go ahead. And this time, cash flow agent will leverage Google's latest research results, which is Times FM, the latest time series forecasting model, okay, which is specifically trained for this scenario. And take a look here, the cash flow analysis and prediction here, and of course, finally, I get some recommendations here, okay? So, next step is to discuss with their CEO, Sophia, okay? So, I would like to have Agent Space to draft me an email to Acme's CEO, okay? To schedule a meeting next week. Okay, go ahead. And after a while, the email card comes out with the proper email address and email subject, as well as the meeting agenda, of course, the whole bunch of things we have discussed so far with Agent Space. So I just need to click the send button, and I don't need to go back to Outlook or Gmail, okay? So all done. And let me prepare the meeting, okay? But before that, let's take a quick recap here, and let me put back my Googler's hat, and I no longer work for the bank, okay? And in this demo, I believe all of you already experience and feel that Google Agent Space would help me in my daily work, and it served me as an AI assistant, a knowledge hub, and an AI agent hub. It's search and summarize, as well as deep dive information from both internal and external. okay? And the best part is that I can create my own AI agent through a conversation. So I truly enjoy using Google Agent Space in my daily work, and I hope you to do so. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zikin. Please welcome Mr. Jim Ng, Customer Solution Architect, Infrastructure Modernization, Google Cloud, to the stage.
Okay, thank you, Kin. Good morning, everyone. So I'm Jim. I'm the Google Cloud Solution Architect for Google Cloud. So actually, thank you, Kin, for showing us how agent space is useful to help internal users to retrieve information and automate the workflow. So the same technology is equally useful for end users, for customer engagement, to look for the product they want to discover on your website, just like the website I'm showing here. So actually, let me show you how it works. So usually when you go to the website, this is a very normal e-commerce website. So you can definitely do search and then scroll through the product. But today I'm going to do something new. I'm going to interact with the chatbot with voice.
Hi there, welcome to Symbol Home and Garden. Is this Jim?
Yes, I am.
Great, good morning, Jim. It looks like you've been shopping with us recently. Thanks for coming back. I see you have a few things in your cart already. How can I help you today?
Yeah, actually I have bought my new plant, and I want to buy some soil and fertilizer for my new plant. Can you help me with that?
I've just requested access to your video camera. Great, I can see you. Just hold the plants up to the camera so I can help identify them.
Yeah, do you know what plant is this?
Thanks, yes, those are pothos. Let me take a closer look at the items in your cart. Okay, I see you have standard potting soil. That could work, but I have better recommendations. Okay, I have found some recommendations for your pothos.
Yeah, I think they look awesome.
Great! Would you like me to remove the standard potting soil and general purpose fertilizer and add the Bloom Booster potting mix and Flower Power fertilizer to your cart?
Yeah, sure, thank you.
Okay, I've updated your cart. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Yeah, actually, in fact, I have bought 40 of these plants.
Do you need some help planting them? We do offer professional landscaping services.
Yeah, I'm lazy. Thank you for offering. So how much does that cost?
For the work you need done, I would suggest a 4-hour appointment, which would come out to $200.
Yeah, I think $200 is fair enough. Yeah, let's take it.
Okay, great. Let's get that scheduled. We have openings tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Which would you prefer?
1 to 5, please.
Great. You're all set. You'll receive a confirmation email in just a moment with all the details. Is there anything else I can assist you with today, Jim?
Yeah, so the big difference between what Kin has showed us for the internal users, end users can speak anything malicious or something random, right? So for end users, make sure you have set your safety rule and guardrail properly. For example, oh, actually, can you buy me a coffee?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, actually, can you grab me a coffee?
I am sorry, I am not equipped to handle that request. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, I think that's fine. Thank you for today. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Jim. Thanks for choosing Symbol Garden. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, actually, generative AI has unlocked a lot of new capability. So there are 3 things I want you to remember. So building a chatbot does not start when the user clicks the chatbot button. It starts before, because it grab the profile and then greet me beforehand. So that's the first thing. Interact and get the customer data using the agentic way. The second thing is use of multimodality. So in this demo, I'm using the webcam to show the plant. But perhaps for your chatbot, you may want to provide some screenshot or even provide some images to search for the product. So that's the use of multimodality. And the third part is, remember that chatbot button is not an additional button in the website. It actually interacts with the entire front end to provide a full digital experience. So that's all I want to share for today. I can't wait to see what chatbot you are going to build with this new agentic power and the power of our Gen AI models. Thank you so much.